The Flute of the Month Club has been a blast for me. However, it has not been easy. It's now the March 15th, and I am just now getting you the March Flute of the Month. I apologize for that. This has been a very involved process creating this particular flute. There's been a lot of research that I've been doing on the wood itself, as well as coming up with the concept for the instrument. So I'm so excited to share it with you and have this opportunity to talk about it. Dolphins of Tasmania, and is the name of the flute of the month. So that's this is number 1 of 10, and it's in the key of mid A. So the Tasmanian Dolphin flute is made out of Tasmanian blackwood burl. Tasmanian blackwood burl we'll talk more about in a minute. It has ebony for the mouthpiece. We have a little bit of abalone from the ocean. We have these moons of turquoise all inlaid in buckeye burl. I'm super excited about it. The Tasmanian wood, well, before I get into that, all of that, let's actually go ahead and play the flute for you so you can hear what this sounds like. The acoustics are just astounding, absolutely astounding. So fun. It's just a blast. This wood is really vibrant sounding. It's got some great weight to it. I don't believe it's quite heavier than water, but it's very close. So it has a really good weight to the wood, which means that it just has wonderful projection and beautiful clarity. It's a bright, gorgeous sound, very full and round. There's great bass tone in it, as well as mid-range and the higher pitches as well, but more on the brighter side, I would say, than perhaps the darker, like a real oily wood, would be maybe a little bit darker. That'll be like April's flute is going to be kind of a darker sounding wood. And I love it. Tasmanian Blackwood. Let me tell you about Tasmanian Blackwood. So first off, the song that I was playing, just kind of messing around mostly, but what I was thinking about as I was playing was I was thinking about the dolphins playing in the waves and dancing in the waves, dancing in and out of the waves, and that's kind of where I was at in my head as I was playing. Was imagining myself in the waves and then maybe under the water and things like that. So so Tasmanian Blackwood is in the acacia family. The acacia trees are trees that you see with bean pods on them. All those bean pod trees are acacias. This wood, we can make these flutes in pretty much, I think we're going to be able to do pretty much any pitch. And all of the wood that I've had from Tasmanian Blackwood is nowhere near as close as density. Like, it's not as dense as this wood that I have now. This wood that I have now is the best Tasmanian Blackwood I've ever seen. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. We took some video of cutting this Tasmanian Blackwood in the shop, and so we'll go ahead and insert some of that video right here so you can see what it looked like when we were first cutting this wood open, and seeing what this looked like inside. You know, what are we in for store here? Because when you look at the wood just sitting on the table of the bandsaw, you're going to be like, I don't know, that doesn't really look all that beautiful, because it looks pretty rough. But once you cut it open and you see the wood inside, it's like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. And so I want to just share that with you in this little video here real quick. But what I can do is I can take a slice of this wood and then sand it up and polish it up and show you guys what this wood is going to look like in the Flute of the Month. It's going to be awesome.
Okay, let's have some fun. All right, let's see what we got. Holy cow, look at that. Oh my goodness gracious. Look how gorgeous this is. So right now I'm putting acetone on the wood because it penetrates deeply and really lets you see deep into that grain. Gosh, look at that. All these dark lines going this way and stuff. You know, there's burl and curl and movement in the wood grain. I mean, it is just awesome. What I'm trying to do right now is I want to just see how deep the wood is, just kind of right in through here where I've got this really these bark inclusions. This one's actually fairly solid. And this with burl, you can get, I mean, this is part of the burl actually, and you know, sometimes it's such that you can't use it, and sometimes it's tough and you can use it, and then you can actually access all of the really outrageous grains going on in this. And so what we're going to do now is and just take a little cut of this wood, not a big cut. And it just cuts like butter. Round on the lathe, and then we'll go ahead and sand and finish it and then polish it up on the lathe so that we can see what it looks like in the full round. That'll be really cool. My brother and I came up with this idea of mounting a router to this tailstock unit. That is really, really, really beautiful. Look at how amazing looking that is going to look. We'll do some turquoise inlays on this, and then put a little finish on it, and we'll be right back. Yeah, the flutes made from this wood are going to be amazing.
So I hope you enjoyed that. I love it. You know, opening up new wood is like a Christmas for me. So it's been one of the great joys of making flutes over the years for me. So that's Tasmanian blackwood. So where does this wood come from? You know, I thought, I was like, Tasmania. I really didn't know where Tasmania was. So I got on the, you know, Google and started like looking for Tasmania, and Tasmania is on the most southern eastern side of Australia, and it's an island. It's actually separated from Australia by some straits. There's quite a few miles of water in between the two. So there was actually 335 islands in the whole Tasmania that make up Tasmania, which is basically a state of Australia. The biggest island in Tasmania is the 26th largest island in the world. So it's huge. It's a huge island. One of the other things that I found out that was amazing about Tasmania is that 45% of the land in Tasmania has been set aside as reserve. So it's a very ecologically aware place. In fact, my understanding is that the first ecological society started in Tasmania, and so in the world apparently. So I don't know that much about those sorts of things, but apparently that's where it started, because this country is so gorgeous. So, you know, when we were first thinking about what kind of design would we make for this Tasmanian blackwood, you know, originally, frankly, I was kind of thinking, you know, palm trees and beaches, and that's kind of what I had in mind for Tasmania, what I thought Tasmania would be like. And it just seemed like, I don't know, maybe the Bugs Bunny movie I saw had palm trees in it or something. I don't know. But I got looking at where Tasmania is, and it's at about the 42nd parallel. So so where that is in comparison in the United States, that's like roughly where Oregon, you know, Northern California, you know, Southern Oregon, Northern California, that's going to be a similar sort of climate as Tasmania is. And so it's perfect for growing gorgeous woods. Oregon, the coast of Oregon is one of my favorite places to go get incredible wood. You can get, you know, redwood burl and myrtle burl and maple burl and all sorts of awesome woods up there along the Oregon coast. And Tasmania is this huge place that is just, you know, water on every side, primed for making gorgeous, gorgeous wood. It's I'm really excited. It's now on my bucket list of places that I need to see before I die is Tasmania. I need to go there with a flute and play down there. So at any rate, this is the Dolphins of Tasmania. Would love to provide one for you. There will be a promo on the flute. I'm going to extend the promo through probably the 10th of April, just because of being so late in this newsletter getting out to you. You can reach me at 801-822-1415 or BRENT at woodsounds.com. Again, I'm Brent Haynes. Have a great day.